Howdy Google Ads fans, and welcome back. We spent about 20 minutes just now talking about traffic sculpting and double sculpting and all that fun stuff. And now let's just talk about adding negative keywords to the ad group level practically inside Google Ads. Remember, and I'm jumping ahead just a drop, you can't have negative keyword lists applied to the ad group level. You can only have negative keyword lists applied to the campaign level. So ad group level negatives have to be added at the ad group level. So let's go back, jump into our burner account that we're building for Poppin, and Poppin's getting some free traffic off us, but that's okay. Here we have our campaign office chairs, and I just took the liberty of really building out a quick ad group for rolling desk chairs. And the idea, conceptually, this is what's really important to understand. The ad group for general office chairs is going to sort of be what I call our catch-all. It's going to be anything that doesn't fit into any of the specific ad groups that we're going to build out for specific types of office chairs. So we're going to have rolling office chairs. We're going to have office chairs with high backs. We're going to have lumbar support office chairs, ergonomic. Those will all be separate ad groups because those are all separate themes. And as we further on in this section, we're going to build out this campaign with thematically related groups of keywords. But just for now, just for the sake of understanding, we have these two ad groups. So say in our general office chairs ad group, we start getting searches for desk chairs with wheels, rolling office chairs, things like that. But the landing page for these ad groups, the landing page for these keywords in this ad group is going to Poppin's area, the area of Poppin's site that is generic. It's just all of our office chairs. And let's just jump over to Poppin real quick again. We're going to go over to the wheeled section. If we go to furniture, get rid of these popovers, we're going to go to office chairs and tools, and we're going to go to features, and then we're going to find wheels. And this is the section, and this is the page that I want people from, anybody searching for an office chair with wheels to land on, and that's why I have that other ad group set up. Well, that's one of the reasons. The other reason is maybe I have a different bidding strategy. I'm bidding more aggressively. I want to allocate more resources or try to get Google to give it more impressions or whatever it may be. So I'm going to go back to Google and say, like I said, for example, if I was getting all these search terms for wheeled office chairs inside this ad group, and even if I wasn't, this would be a good preemptive measure. It's really good to get in the habit of adding these ad group level sculpting keywords even before the data comes in. It just keeps things really nicely organized. So I need to navigate into the ad group level. It's the easiest way to do it. So I'm going to go to my general office chairs, and conceptually what I want to do is I want to add wheels rolling as negative broad matches for just this ad group, which will then force Google to show ads for my rolling desk chairs ad group any single time somebody uses the word wheel. So I'm going to go into, again, this general office chairs ad group. I'm going to navigate to my keywords tab in the secondary vertical menu, and then in the secondary horizontal menu, I'm going to go to negative keywords, and I'm going to add a new negative keyword. Over here, we see a whole list of all my keywords that are applied at the campaign level, and we don't have any at the ad group level yet. So I'm going to hit new keyword. I'm going to select by default add negative keywords or create a new list, and I'm going to add it to an ad group. It's already pre-selected for me since I came here through the ad group. But let's say I was at the campaign level. To go back to the campaign, I click on the campaign name in the primary vertical navigation. And now I'm in keywords, and then I go to negative keywords, and I go to add a negative keyword from here. I then could add to campaign, but instead of adding to campaign, switch that selection to add to ad group, and then I could select the ad group that I want to do it, which is general office chairs. So you could do it that way as well. And now I'm just going to simply go ahead and add my negative keywords: wheels, wheel, rolling, roll, and any other keywords that might apply that I might want to sculpt out of this, or want to prevent any search terms from showing up in this specific ad group. I want to make sure that they're broad match again. Click save. And now I'll be able to see in this report that they have been added to this campaign office chairs, and then you see the little chevron. General office chairs is that ad group that they've been added to, the level that they're added on, which is the ad group, and the match type of that negative keyword, which is broad. Now let's take this one step further. Let's say in my rolling desk chairs ad group, which has a few keywords here, it doesn't have any data because it's brand new, but let's just say, for example, I open up the search terms report in a few days and I see that I'm getting a bunch of searches for desk chairs, right? Just desk chairs. But just desk chairs is not a search term that I want in this ad group. If somebody's searching for just desk chairs without wheels or without rolling, I want them showing up in the general office chairs. I messed up generic and general. I want them showing up in the general office chairs ad group. Why? Because in the general office chairs ad group, two things are happening. As you know, I have a lower bid And that might come in the form of a lower manual bid or a lower bid based on a target CPA bidding strategy or something else. And I'm sending the traffic to just the generic section of the site that has all my office chairs. So a person could self-select and self-identify with which specific chair that they want. In a search term like office chairs, a person is not expressing through his search term the commercial intent of what type of chair he wants to buy. So I'm not going to go and anticipate or suspect that he wants or guess that he wants or she wants a rolling chair or a high back chair or an executive chair or a leather chair or a fabric chair or an orange chair. I just want to send them to all my chairs because that's what you've expressed that you're looking for. So desk chairs. So anyway, so what do I do? Well, I could go ahead and do a sculpting on this ad group as well. So I'm going to go to rolling desk chairs. I'm going to go into my negative keywords. I'm going to add a keyword and I'm going to apply it to my rolling desk, keep it pre-selected to my ad group rolling desk chairs, and now I'm going to enter a negative keyword. I'm going to enter desk chairs. Now, if you were about to yell at me and say, Isaac, you're making a big mistake. If you add it as a broad match, then even when somebody searches for desk chairs with wheels, it's not going to show up in this ad group anymore. And that's what you want that keyword to show up in this ad group. And I would say you're right. You were listening in the last section. It would be incorrect in this case to add it as a broad match keyword. We must add desk chairs as an exact match negative keyword. So I'm going to take my brackets. I'm going to give it a bracket in the beginning. And now I've ensured that only when somebody searches for desk chairs without anything else, it prevents it from showing up in this ad group. It will force it to go to the general office chairs ad group in this context when we only have these two different ad groups. But if somebody searches for desk chairs with wheels, it's going to show up in this ad group because wheels is a negative keyword in this top ad group, general office chairs. So I'm going to add desk chairs as a negative keyword here, exact match, click save. And now I've done some really cool high-level sculpting. Now, one more thing to remember, as I build out this campaign, I'm going to have general office chairs, rolling desk chairs, orange desk chairs, lumbar support desk chairs, ergonomic, expensive, leather, fabric. Right? I'm going to have all these different ad groups. I'm going to go and need to add that exact match desk chairs to every single one of those. Remember that. Let's say I have 10 different ad groups and general office chairs is one out of those 10. So I'm going to want to have negative exact match desk chairs in 9 of those ad groups, which then forces Google, whenever somebody just searches that generic desk chairs exact match keyword, that exact search term, just desk chairs, they don't include a color, they don't include a fabric, they don't include a size, they don't include a price, they don't include a feature. It's going to force Google to send that to my general office chairs. It'll go to the right page, it'll be showing the right ad, and it will be bid on with the right amount of money, my right max CPC bid that I want. So that's the power of sculpting, and that's how to go ahead and start adding your negative keywords at the ad group level. That's how to do it either starting from the top level of the campaign or from first drilling down into the ad group. And it's also how to start thinking about whether or not your ad group level negative should be broad match, phrase match, or exact match. I hope that this has been incredibly helpful. And as a quick exercise, I would take a pen and paper, like I've done in the past, or take a whiteboard, or just do it on a computer, and think of 3 or 4 different ways that you could sculpt traffic between ad groups. Think of like, oh, maybe that this search term is going to trigger a keyword in this ad group and it's going to be shown an ad from this ad group and it's going to go to the wrong page on the site and it's going to have the wrong bid. How can I sculpt that search term to the right ad group in my account? Think of 2 to 4 examples in your account, how you could do that. And if you're feeling extra ambitious, write it down and go do it. Get sculpting, get sculpting, get sculpting, get sculpting. So that's how to do it manually inside AdWords, inside Google Ads. In the very next lecture, I'm going to show you how to use a really awesome tool called Optimizer, which I've mentioned in the past, which actually has a built-in traffic sculpting tool to use. And I will see you guys in a couple seconds in the very next lecture.